My 10 essentials for traveling. Welcome back everyone to another video, and today we are going to talk about my personal essentials when traveling. And yes, I'm back to traveling. Finally. So whether it's by plane or by car, well, car is the more obvious choice nowadays. I'm going back and forth from Vienna to Klagenfurt basically every week, but I am also traveling more often with plane. Actually, I'm going to travel to the UK tomorrow. So what do I bring on these trips and how do I prepare myself in terms of my personal 10 essentials? However, there's one thing missing, and I've been missing it for quite some time. So let's get some coffee first. So I have my coffee. First one, always something that I carry with me everywhere, basically, a good pair of headphones. This hasn't changed since my last EDC, but now with traveling and with flying on the plane again, yeah, I love my AirPods Pro with the noise cancelling feature. It's just fantastic. I've been using them for over a year now. They are doing a great service, working super nicely. Battery life is okay as well. Some people prefer over-ear. I prefer the smaller things because I can take them everywhere. This is my number one gadget I travel with, except my phone, but we'll get into that later. Next up, something I have been using much more often now than in the past, and this is a good pair of pens. And I have them in this super nice leather case that we make at Hirsch. And also the pens they're also from us. I really like them. They come in different kinds of colors. I have a red one and a blue one with me, and they're just perfect. And of course, with pens, you need a notebook. Another thing that I have been using a lot lately, both of these things, they belong together. So this is my number 2, but I have been writing so much lately, getting things done, putting down my to-dos, writing an agenda for myself, and also for some journaling. This is an essential I can't live without anymore, and definitely something I have to take with me when traveling, because this holds my notes, and notes are important. When dealing in the watch industry, this number 3 spot comes in handy more often than you think. And this is a pair of gloves. And not the typical type of gloves that you need when it's cold outside. No, these are gloves that avoid fingerprints on watches, on cases, on the glass. And I have a pair of these in my backpack at all times. You never know when you enter into a dealer. You never know when you have to talk to a customer. You never know when you meet someone, you want to look at their watch. This is something I have with me every time. I take it on my travels. It's something that lives in my backpack, basically, and I love it. This particular thing is a present I got during the second last Baselworld, and yeah, it's been living in my backpack ever since. Okay, the number 4 spot is something I have been using more lately as well than in the past. It's a good pair of perfume or cologne. I have been using the Bleu de Chanel for a long time, and I have this super small bottle that I can use when traveling. It fits into all these specific types of bags you need when traveling lightly. It's a good thing to have with me. I have it with me on all my travels. I have it in this nice bag that I take with me. It's something that is in my bag as well at all times when traveling. You don't want to smell bad when you have an appointment with a customer, do you? Well, I certainly don't, so this is something I use, and I love the smell of this perfume. Number 5, something that you have been expecting, that I had with me in the last EDC as well. Of course, it's a watch and everything that goes with the watch as well. I have this travel roll which holds one watch exactly, and this is the roll I prefer. It's from Wolf. It's also something that I got as a present during the last Basel World. I love this roll. It looks cool. It holds one watch. On some occasions, it can even hold 2 watches, but I prefer to just put one in. It holds the watch I travel with the most, and this is my Omega Speedmaster. This is the watch I take with me when traveling. It's a low-key watch. It's a strap beast, so I can pair it to a look that is more sporty, a look that is more elegant, and it really, really works in different kinds of situations. So this is my number 5 spot, and something someone like me in the watch industry, of course, has to have when traveling. Number 6 spot, something I have been having in my bag ever since last year. I've had it in my bag this year a lot when traveling back and forth from the headquarters here in Klagenfurt to Vienna, or on my last travels to Switzerland, for example, and I will have it in my bag in the future as well. This is a good disinfectant. I got this one during Geneva Watch Days from Bulgari. I have this in my bag. The situation affords it. It's there. It smells nice, so why not? Coming up, my gadget box. Electronics, cables, and all the stuff I need to carry around to charge things like this, things like the camera, for example, my laptop, and other things. I have this with me at all times. During travels, when traveling was still allowed, I received this pouch, or I took this pouch from a plane, I don't remember. And it's been serving me very, very well ever since. I put all these electronics in it and carry this pouch with me. It comes in super handy, I don't have to think about it. These are my travel gadgets, my travel electronics, and I have them in my bag at all times, basically. I have a portable charger, which charges my phone, I think 4 or 5 times. It can also charge my laptop, iPad. I have cables, a dongle. I have a separate dongle for the MacBook, of course, because of the whole USB-C. Everything you need when carrying things around. And of course, I have the charger for the camera with me at all times as well. Next up, number 8 spot. This is my watch bracelet travel box. This travel box is something that I have been using lately. I have used a bigger one in the past, which holds, I think, 12 bracelets. This one holds 10, but it also has a separate section for presenting watches, or if you need to change your bracelet on the go, you can take it out, you can present it, and it works super, super nicely. I have a couple of bracelets in already, and I always carry a variation of different kinds of bracelets, materials, styles with me, because you never know where you end up. So I try to cover all my bases, and these bracelets have to match my outfits. You know me, I love styling my watches, I love styling myself. So these things have to go together, and that's why I take this case with me. This is a specific Hirsch case. This is something our salespeople use on a daily basis when presenting our bracelets to customers. A box that our customers can use when presenting to their consumers, for example. It's not for sale, but let me know in the comments down below if you like something like this. I can put a similar product, the other box that I've been using for forever, basically. I'll put that in the links down below. We're nearly at the end. What have I been using the most? This is my phone. This still is the iPhone XS Max. I'm thinking about getting the 13 Pro Max. We'll see. This one's giving up on me. And of course, I have this super nice case made out of wine leaves. You remember the wine that we introduced earlier this year? Well, I have some leftover wine leaves on my case here. So yeah, this is the phone I use the most. Has all the necessary apps on it. Of course, YouTube and Instagram and all the other things that I need. I have been using this thing more than ever. Funny story, I put this phone in the water during summer, and I thought it would be a good idea because anyway, it's waterproof. Well, didn't work out that well, so now my Face ID is broken, but it took some nice, beautiful shots. Nevertheless, I'm gonna finish my coffee because it's nearly over. Last but not least, I need something to carry all these gadgets, all these essentials with me. So this is my bag. This bag is something I designed myself. It's a bag made from ostrich leather, but This bag is perfect. I designed the bag the way that it can be resistant, can be taken on travels, but also looks elegantly enough to take to a customer, for example. You can wear it to a suit, but you can also wear it to a sporty outfit. And I love this bag in particular because it has so many pockets where I can put things into. I have 2 side pockets where I put the electronics in, where I put my pens in, other things. And then I have this huge space inside where I have a separate section for my laptop, and then I can put in the bag, for example, with the electronics, my notebook, a lot more. I told you I'm gonna go to the UK, right? So I'm gonna stay there for 24 hours and I'm just gonna take that bag because it has enough space to hold enough clothes for 1 day. That's why I love the bag. And it also has a separate section inside, big pouch, where I have a zipper where I can secure objects that need to be stored safely. I love this bag a lot. It was a cool process designing it, getting it done, and it's been of service for 2 years now. It still looks fresh, it still looks great, and it's been with me on all of my travels because I prefer the backpack to holding a bag like this. It's just more comfortable, and if you're going on a plane, for example, much easier to carry. That are my 10 essentials when traveling. These are all the things I bring with me, except if I'm traveling for more than 2 or 3 days. Then of course I have to bring more. If I stay for 2 or 3 days, I have a separate bag for my clothes. This bag really holds everything I need. These things that I've mentioned are all the things I take with me. Not only when traveling, I really use a lot of these things as well when not traveling. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's again something a little bit different, but I want to spice it up a little bit. Not only show you too many watches, but also show you how I use my watches and how I incorporate them into my life, into my lifestyle, how I take them with me when traveling, for example. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a longer one this time. The next one will be a bit shorter again. If you're not subscribed, why don't you subscribe? It would be very, very nice of you. I'd appreciate it a lot. Other than that, as usual, thank you all for watching. And if you feel like it, put a thumbs up. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.